I had hosted a charity auction here quite a few years ago, and I remember already being so kind of struck by the beauty of the space and the uniqueness of the space. I think there are many different mansions, but this mansion has so many interesting elements, right? You've got Burmese sculptures kind of carved out in marble on the wall, then you've got bats on the ceiling, you've got stained glass windows. I think all of those things was kind of created quite a mark for me. Sure, I'm on my way. Hello, I'm Sara Mao, Executive Director of Villa Haw Par. I've been working in the arts and cultural industry for close to 20 years. My first degree was in English literature and philosophy. I then thought I might want to become a lawyer, so I went back to London and did a law conversion. And during my mini pupillage, I realized that it wasn't the type of work that I was hoping it would be. Just through kind of coincidence, my father introduced me to a Chinese ceramics specialist who was working at Christie's at the time, and he said, why don't you see if, maybe working in the arts might be something you'd like to do. And so I did a summer internship at Christie's. I loved not just the art, but the ability or the opportunity to write about the art, research the art, meet new people every day. I started out working at Christie's, the auction house, and actually that's a job that lasted for close to 17 years. And then I came here. The work I did at the auction house was very transactional and commercial, right? The paintings have years and years of history. The collections have years of hard work and kind of thought put in. But my role was really to create the transaction process. But here at Villa Haw Par, we really are hoping to create Hong Kong's next cultural landmark. And we really want to bring different facets of art, culture, and creativity to the general public for them to enjoy. Like when I came into the space, no one will be unimpressed by the work that it took to create a space like this. Like whether it's from the imported Italian windows, to the different sculptures, to the storytelling of the tiger, the relationship with Tiger Balm. I think so much of the stories, it had less to do with the memories of Tiger Balm Garden, but to me, it had more to do with the vision that Arthur, himself had when he tended for this project. He approached me and spoke to me about wanting to turn this into something special for Hong Kong and to align it with some of the most notable villas, famous kind of villas around the world. And I think that really encouraged me and inspired me to want to do something like this for Hong Kong. My desire to want to create something that's not just a museum. We're calling it a cultural villa, and the reason we are calling it that way is because we don't want it to be static. We want, if somebody comes in the end of this year and they experience the space, when they come in again a year later, they'll see that some things would have changed, whether it's the design element of it has changed, the sound room has changed, or we have a different artist in residence at the moment. And so the continuous momentum allows us to create a lot of opportunities for cultural programming. So different workshops, for example, student tours where I can share both the history and the vision for what culture is. What does culture stand for in Hong Kong, or what does culture stand for in Asia, and how are we developing that? Like, how do we combine, a cosmopolitan city that has people from all over the world, having tried their luck here for the past 90, 100 years? I think all those stories is what makes this role very, very exciting for me.